Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of Alton Towers. I've got a bit of explaining to do. Behind me here is the start of Cbeebies land, and if you see my most recent community post, I'm not doing Cbeebies land this video, as you can probably tell, and that is because it's mega boring. There, I said it. This video will be a bit more interesting than Cbeebies land, hopefully. Keep me going a bit more. So, it's a little smaller, it's a little bit different, this video, because we're gonna do Spinball Whizzer, as you would expect, which goes right here before going on to X Sector. I know a lot of you are excited for that one, but hold your horses, that's not until next. Also, my render distance is really low right now because of reasons. Spinball Whizzer. But there's also a few things I want to do in this video, because Spinball Whizzer isn't a whole lot, so I want to just catch up on things, because there's a lot of things that just are completely unfinished right now around the world, and so we're just going to spend a little bit going around episode by episode just finishing things up. So let's head over to Forbidden Valley where things started and finish some things up. Alright, so we're back in Forbidden Valley, and there's a couple of things here to do. You can also say about Galactica back up and running. Everything broke a bit ago, but a lot of the rides are back up and running now. I know you aren't, Curses, and my own train is kind of. The train isn't the right one, it's just some temporary one I built, but it is running. And then Wickman never broke. And, yeah. I actually can't remember if that was. No, that'll be fine. The monorail's fine as well. Anyway, so there's a couple things here. Shut up. So, there's Bunker 94 here, which is the merch shop. And there's also the arcade over here, which, well, arcade, yeah, you can probably guess what that is. And then there's a couple other things with like this stuff here, but that'll take like 3 seconds, so you probably won't even need to see that. So I'm just gonna touch up on the arcade. I'll catch up with you, and then we'll do, not the arcade, wrong way around, this thing, and then the arcade, and then catch up. Well, no, I'll do this, catch up, then yeah, okay, you'll see. And so now, we have a finished Bunker 94. Pretty simple, but yeah. I actually quite like this interior. So, come in here, there's some like barrels and stuff where you're radioactive. Got some phalanx signs on it that I used on the very front entrance in the very first episode, and I got them back and used them a lot in here. This would have a few more things on it, but yeah, it's basically just like shelves. This is an umbrella. I didn't even make this was here before, but I think it's a statement for how expensive that umbrella is. Then we've got a bunch of stands for all the t-shirts and stuff. I've put different armor trims on them, so you can got all the different merch. You got the eyes, and then the rib one is supposed to kind of indicate the tentacles. Here we've got that big statue of Nemesis. Obviously I couldn't really recreate it, but best of my ability. This is where they hold the little thing with the car in it. Here's where they sell all the old bolts of Nemesis, and they have you can buy them. I think you can. Yeah. Got some vending machines, got some sweets, got the cashiers here. I'll put them as the phalanx skin when I get that on. Up at the top, you can probably notice all these like little things. You got some boxes and stuff. We got these radioactive stuff. Actually, probably should put some more of these things here. Got some radioactive stuff. We got a crate here with an egg in it, and we've got the old Nemesis eye as well. But yeah, pretty happy with that. Nice and simple, easy to make. Let's move on to the arcade. Okay, we're over by the arcade, and this should be quite simple, because all it really needs is just a bunch of arcade games. The interior is pretty much how it's done here. It's very, very bland. It's not very interesting looking arcade. There's a couple that we built before when we did this. I've moved the one that was here to there now, because I want to do something else there. But yeah, it's just a bunch of random arcade games all along here, and I'll just kind of show the different ones I make. Alright, so here's our first machine. It's one of those like punching ones where you have to punch it and see how hard you can hit. A cat attacking the microphone. Hello. I think this one doesn't actually also have a kick, because I remember doing this. Well, I didn't do it, but I was there. But yeah, I've just got an armor stand with the head as red concrete, and then this chain. Yeah, pretty simple. does the job. Alright, there's my next few games here. These are like little basketball games, so you can just get this out and then yay! Yeah, they're not really that meant to be playable. It's just, but yeah, they're like little basketball games that are more themed towards the phalanx. Alright, next machine is this claw machine. It's got some like random Nemesis looking kind of things down the bottom. You got, that's where you get your stuff from, and then I tried to make a little grabby thing. That's the best I could think of. Alright, next game, very simple, is air hockey. I'll just use this. You can just, whoa, I win. Just surprised that kind of didn't fall off. But yeah, another cool game. Just got the spur with the way where the display is, and then you can just like go over there. How cool! Now I've added two little bowling things where you can just say, yay! And I've got some vending machines in this corner as well. And to finish off, I've just duplicated a few more of different things we've made. So I've got a couple more claw machines, the air hockey table, and I've now made a little motorcycle game as well, which you can sit on. But yeah, that is not only the arcade done, but now that is everything in Forbidden Valley done. Finally got that stuff finished. I really needed it. So for the next area we're gonna finish up, because this area is actually pretty bad for it. It was very rushed for no reason, but I'm gonna head over to Katanga Canyon and fix up this area. Oh, that music's lovely. Oh, I'm gonna get really annoyed at that, but we've got this gift shop here, which I need to make. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, it's so good. And then we've got the all-you-can-eat pizza pasta, so we're gonna make that as well. So we're gonna do the gift shop here first. Pretty similar to Bunker 94. It's kind of just like random merch and stuff along the walls and stuff. There's the train going by. If it looked accurate, might fix that soon as well. I'm on the wrong skin, but you're just gonna have to ignore it for this bit. I've just kind of skipped ahead as well. To finish everything off on here, yeah, just standard gift shoppy stuff. I've got these little stands with sweets on them. These shelves, this is supposed to be like a little plushy panda. There's the same thing over there as well. Here we've got some t-shirts and baskets and whatever, just random kind of junk. This is supposed to be like one of those pick and mix kind of things with a bunch of sweets in it. And lots of shelves and plushies and stuff. And we've got the sky over here. And some new entrances as well. It's come out this one, side of it, and then there's another one over here. Which is after you come out of the runaway mine train. Also, to help with performance, I've made it so you can have these on and then turn on and off. And I've done that to pretty much every roller coaster, so they're all now turned off, but you can just flick them back on again very easily. Alright, next up we're going to move on to the all-you-can-eat pizza pasta. I've finished this. I kind of just skipped over it and just say here, it's a restaurant. But I'm quite happy with the interior here. There's not a lot of reference images, so some things, especially this back area, is not. I tried to make it the most accurate possibly. But we got this. It's an all-you-can-eat pizza pasta, I think. So you get all your pizza and pasta here. This is the kitchen back here. Maybe you need to detail this, furnaces, other things, but you know, all kinds of like shelves with condiments on it. These are like the salad bars where you can get stuff and lots of seating. Shelves. I think this is where you can get refills and drinks, weights to get served, some lovely plant pots and stuff. Pretty nice area. Yeah, we're just going to move on from here, and that means Katanga Canyon now finished. But I actually skipped over something I completely forgot about. And I also completely forgot about it when I did episode 3, was that there is actually a building pretty much right here, underneath where the monorail is, that I just kind of completely... So, I'm going to make this building, I think it's just like ice cream or something. And then we're going to move on to the next area, which was Wickman. Another building here, similar to this one. And over here, we've added this which sells ice cream. I've got these people in it, literally very simple. This little roof and a light, much needed. This area. There's a big bush here, which is just with that. Now we can head over to Wickman and Wickman Bay area. I'm not entirely sure of Wickman Bay, but if we're going by episodes, I guess. And I don't know why, but I never did this building. I kind of just forgot about it. I forgot it was here, but it's right here, like this big empty spot. It's literally just right there. So, yeah, I'm just gonna, as I've just done for the last few buildings, I'm just gonna build up, show it off. We'll go over to, you know what? I'll do it all in one. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this bit here because this is another arcade, and then that'll be pretty much everything. Catch up on. Our street was pretty good with it. There are a few empty buildings over here, but at the same time, we just don't know what is actually inside of them. And then obviously Cbeebies land, oh, we're supposed to finish that up. Not funny. So, I'll catch up with you. Okay, I'm back to my normal skin again. And I've... not that building. I'm looking at that building like I just made a note. I did actually do that one. I added a couple more areas, just this building here. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. It's very hard to get reference images of that building that from when Wickman went in. I can't really get any. So I've kind of based it around surrounding buildings, what I can see from top view in Google Maps, because I know it's definitely changed. And yeah, it's kind of guessed. But pretty simple. Over here, just added a little donut stand with a little donut machine. And I've added a few arcade games, same as the ones back in arcade, but I've recolored some of them there, as you can tell with basketball. We're going to finally move on to the main event of this video. Spinball Whizzer. Now, this roller coaster is going to be quite different from the rest of the ones we've done so far. Obviously, there's Octonauts there. Although I've never showed that one off. Wickman, Runaway Mine Train, Nemesis, Galactica. They're all the same thing of they're all these Minecraft trains from Create, but I very highly doubt that's possible with Spinball Whizzer. So I'm going to adjust it. So I'm going to use minecarts instead, and I think that will also be better to get the spinning effect. It won't be perfect, but it'll be a lot better. But first, I've got to make a layout. Alright, so here's the start of Spinball Whizzer. Obviously it's just the start, there's a lot more to go with the layout, but this is the start of... This is where most of the building will be, because Spinball Whizzer isn't overly heavily themed, like a lot of the other roller coasters in the park, like Wickman with the statue and the Nemesis with all the phalanx stuff, and then well, it's pretty much... Yeah. Not a whole lot, so this is pretty much all I have to do for main building. And I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty simple stuff. This is the exit queue, and then the main queue goes around here. I'll add in later once I've got the main ride in, which is what we're going to do now. Obviously, this is the chain lift, and also, I think I did do off that way. There we go. Now, it's going to work pretty much the same as how I did rafts in the Katanga Canyon ride. I forgot what it's called. The rear rapids. So they don't really spin, but they just kind of stay the same rotation, so at least you're not
as you can kind of see here. It's not spinning, but as the ride moves around, it will kind of feel like spinning because it'll be changing direction all the time. But you won't always be facing at the front, you might be facing to the side or the... It's the best way I can do it. Every other way, it would just be always facing the side. Here it goes up the chain lift, and also they don't change angle. This is why I've not been using minecarts. Anyway. Let's make this layout. Alright, here is the first part of the layout. So it does a little drop, turns to the bigger drop, and it's a weird thing that kind of goes up and down. But it's more stopping and starting really, but jumps down, goes around up here into this section here, which I think would activate the spinning, would it? Maybe it would activate before, I'm not sure. We go into these like little block sections. Right. Go on to the next section. Alright, I went a little bit ahead and just finished the ride. Obviously not the decoration or anything or the theming, the lack thereof, but I have finished up the ride. I also even changed this area here, made it just a little bit wider because I need to go all the way out to the end so I can fit everything in. So it can't be fully ridden yet, and that is because of one little area here. And this entire area is the only reason, well, mostly the only reason why this isn't a train. The other reason is because it won't be able to spin, but you might be able to do it as a train with a mod. But so this is where it kind of goes up nearly 90 degrees, goes around and down. It's not perfect, but it's the best way it really could do it. And so I've tested a few ways. Originally I was going to go with the fans. They would launch up here, it would launch it up, and then go back down again. And then the fans, well, at least from my experience, don't really work very nice and kind of just, like, once they get on it, they lose all of their momentum going up, and they just start hovering in the air here, so it wasn't very ideal, so I went with trying to do a piston slime block thing, which probably could work, but I couldn't get the timings right, and so I kind of gave up on it, and I've gone with a very create mod solution. And it does work, yes, but I haven't put in the mechanism yet, but basically, let's get a... So what would happen? Let's connect this as well. Over here, let's pull that out. Oh, they don't usually do that. No, where are you going? It goes there, and then it would trigger it as it goes on. But then switch this. Oh, whoa! One time I'm showing you recording it right down. Don't really need to start with that. Do that. There you go. I might put a barrier block here just so it doesn't go flying off like that. So yeah, that works pretty well. I just need to make a little activation of it. And then Spinball Whizzer's done. Then I'm just going to do the theming. And then we'll finish the video. Hooray. And here we are. The finished Spinball Whizzer. This is it. I'm quite happy with it. Obviously, it's not a very themed ride like a lot of the others, like Wickman, Nemesis over here, but this is quite interesting, and also to do a minecart like this, a minecart coaster like this is good practice, because there will be a couple others, as I mentioned earlier, like the next big one. So you gotta subscribe for that, because Smiler, oh, I know you're all excited for that one. Pretty simple stuff. The queue actually is a bit weird, because copycat fences don't link to normal fences. So I can actually have a very thin queue line that I just like accidentally just go in and thought, actually this kind of works. Then they're not, because all the queue lines are always taking up a lot of space. So you can walk through here. You're going around like this. Struggle there. Oh, there's it going by. There's a little view of this, and also over here, there's these pinball games that you can press a button and it launches the ball, and you have to see if it gets in or not. Well, I think that's what it does anyway. I tried to make a little recreation of that. And you can come up here. This is it. There's a little booth here. This is where the operators are. This barrel here just stores them just in case I need to put more in. There's definitely been some weird glitches with them. Sometimes they can like get stuck freezing. That also happened with the river rapids, so I just have to reload like that, and it would usually fix it. Another is I noticed this yesterday just before going off, which was quite bad because I was quite tired, but also noticed sometimes they get stuck on here. I tried like making this a little bit stronger, and most of the time they do get past it. Look at this. They get past it nice and easy. And also I've been test riding it just to make sure, because there are areas like there. See that where we went through? These are now ghost blocks, just so you don't get kicked off the ride. I'll probably do that just a couple more times before I do the POVs in a second. Over here are a couple shops. This is a photo building. Weirdly enough, I've not made very many photo buildings, so I feel like I'm missing things out. I think there's one by Nemesis that is kind of in a weird spot, but Wickman one, I don't actually know. I think it's kind of on the way out, but I just don't have space for it. And there's also one in Curse, which, yeah, so, but this is its own building, so may as well add it in. Yep, that's Boba Fett, don't ask anymore. Oh, that's look, this is a Ben and Jerry's machine. Oh, it's very obvious. But yeah, food stand, you just get like, these candles are supposed to be like Coke cans. Obviously they're all different sizes, which is a bit weird, but let's say okay, you can kind of see it in this. Like you got some like coffee or whatever. Got the front sign here, which is definitely a bit weird, but these are some wacky signs. So I really tried, but I do like the entrance sign over here as well. Got a nice little painting here as well. Oh, obviously I can't fit the actual word Spinball Whizzer on it because it's only a 1x1. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Obviously, again, a little bit shorter, but that's mainly also because I'm not going to be doing a world tour in this one. I've decided I don't think they're really worth it in the videos, so doubling the runtime of them. So I'm gonna leave it there, and we're gonna do some glamour shots. I think that's how I want to do it from now on. I think you'll prefer that. Anyway, get on to them, and see you later. And subscribe if you want to see more like Smiler. It's the next one. Look at those 3 green pixels. Why can you zoom in this much?